Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another sit down type video, and today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite things, and that's K-dramas, but like with a little bit of a twist because it's my favorite K-dramas as a romance reader, because I read a lot of romance books, and so these are my favorite K-dramas that kind of, I don't know, I guess kind of feel like a romance book, like a rom-com style book. So I have 8 dramas that I'm going to be talking about. All of them have come out within the past like 2-3 years, but I think most of them have come out this year, so they're all pretty new. And this video is going to be for people who haven't watched a lot of K-dramas or are like new to getting into them, or people who kind of need shows to watch that are like more romance focused. Because me personally, the reason why I got into K-dramas was because in a lot of like US TV shows I wasn't finding a lot of romance style shows, and that's fine, but like that's a lot of the stuff that I like to watch. So K-dramas are great because it's like a little love story in one season, and it like wraps up and it has a happily ever after, and it's kind of ideal for me. And I'm framing it with like romance book tropes or something similar to a romance book trope. Some of them aren't exactly like the standard romance book tropes, but that's kind of how I have them kind of laid out, like how I'm going to talk about them. I'll give 3 kind of romance book kind of tropes that may interest you in watching this drama. Also, I'm gonna try my best to pronounce everyone's names right, but obviously I don't speak Korean, so I'm gonna try my best to pronounce everything correctly. If I get stuff wrong, I apologize. I really did try to like look up the correct pronunciations, but I feel like some may still be wrong, or how I say it may still be wrong, but yeah. So I'm gonna try my best. So let's get into the first one. Is my favorite drama as of right now. It still holds a very special place in my heart, and that's Lovely Runner, and that can be found on Viki, which is an Asian drama streaming service. And I believe you do have to have a standard subscription in order to watch Lovely Runner, but it's such a good show, and I like highly recommend it. So the 3 tropes that I picked for Lovely Runner are time travel, because that's very important to the show, mutual pining, and I do anything for you. And like they both do anything for each other. So the leads are Byun Usuk, who plays Leo Sun-jae, and then we have Kim Hae-yoon, who plays Im Sol. And so the little synopsis for this one is: when Im Sol becomes paralyzed due to an accident, her will to continue on is non-existent. But that all changes when she gets a random call from a radio station, and Leo Sun-jae, a newly debuted idol, gives her the encouragement she needs to keep living, which in turn makes her a forever fan of his group, and specifically him. However, everything changes when the idol who saved her life tragically dies, and she will do everything she can to try and save his life, even through time travel. Now onto the next drama. We have Welcome to Samdal-ri, and this one can be found on Netflix. And so the 3 tropes for this one are friends to lovers, second chance romance, and returning to hometown. And the leading actors are Ji Chang-woo, who plays Seo Young-pil, and we have Shin Ye-soon, who plays Cho Samdal. When Cho Samdal, a well-known and admired photographer, gets wrongfully betrayed by her assistant with a horrible scandal, she is forced to return to her hometown, Samdal-ri, where she is forced to also face all the people and her life that she left behind, including her ex, Seo Young-pil. But maybe returning to her roots was the best thing that could have happened to her. Twinkling Watermelon is the next one, and that can be also found on Viki, also with a standard subscription. There are other dramas on Viki that are free, but the ones I'm talking about I'm pretty sure require standard subscription. And so the 3 tropes for Twinkling Watermelon are time travel, strong family bonds, and wholesome love stories. So the lead actors and actresses for this one are Rayon, who plays Ha Yeon-gyo. We have Solena, who plays Se-kyung. And we have Choi Hyun-oh, who plays Ha Yi-chan. And then we have Shin Yoon-soo, who plays Chong-ah. And I included 4 people for this one because I feel like both of the love stories in this one are pretty like level, whereas in a lot of the other dramas I'll talk about there is a second like lead couple, but I feel like these 2 are pretty on like an even playing field. So the synopsis for this one: Ha Yeon-gyo is the only hearing person in his family. His parents and older brother are all deaf, meaning a lot of his family's responsibilities fall to him, even from a young age. After a huge fight with his father about him wanting to pursue music, he encounters a magic music shop that transports him back in time to when his parents were his age. Uncovering one of his father's secrets, he faces a lot of obstacles, including Se-kyung, who keeps getting in between his parents' love story. For the next drama, we have Marry My Husband, and this can be found on Amazon Prime. The 3 tropes for this one are horrible betrayal, it was always you, and time travel, kind of. For this one, I also listed 4 people because 2 of the people are very pivotal in this storyline. So we have Park Min-young, who plays Kang Ji-won. We have Na In-woo, who plays Yoo Ji-hyo. And then we have Sung Ha-yoon, who plays Jung Soo-min. And Lee Yi-kyung, who plays Park Min-won. Now for the synopsis. Kang Ji-won is at an all-time low. Dying from cancer, she also discovers the worst betrayal of her life. Her best friend and her husband have been having an affair behind her back, and they can't wait for her to die. After an accident, when she confronts the pair, she is sent back into the past, before she had cancer and before her marriage. With a second chance at life, will she be able to change her fate and have a happy ending? Next, we have Love Next Door, and this one can be found on Netflix. The 3 tropes are childhood friends to lovers, returning to hometown, and he fell first. And we have Kim Hae-in, who plays Choi Song-hyo, and we have Kim Soo-min, who plays Bae Seok-lu. When the successful Bae Seok-lu returns home from the US, having quit her high-level job and ended her engagement, her family and friends are left confused and upset. But not everyone is upset that she's back. Choi Seong-hyo is hoping this is finally his chance to pursue Seok-lu as she navigates her new future. A Time Called You. This can be found on Netflix. The 3 tropes for this one are time travel, no one else but you, and mystery. And so we have Ahn Hyo-sop, who plays Koo Yeon-chun, and Chun Yoo-bin, who plays Han Jun-hee. After struggling with dealing with the loss of her boyfriend, Han Chun-hee starts to discover some strange things. One of those things being how she looks miraculously identical to a dead girl named Kwon Min-ju, and that girl knew her boyfriend. When she suddenly wakes up as Kwon Min-ju in the past, she has to uncover what happened back then. Sorry, the synopsis for that one is a little kind of confusing, but I don't want to give too much away because a lot of this storyline is kind of a mystery and her figuring out connections, like how people are connected, what happened in these people's past, like what's going on. So I tried to make it as simple as possible, but I feel like it's kind of confusing, but it's definitely worth a watch. And then we have No Gain, No Love, and this can be found on Amazon Prime. And the 3 tropes for this one are enemies to lovers, marriage of convenience, and workplace romance. And so we have Shin Min-ah, who plays Son Hae-young, and then we have Kim Myung-dae, who plays Kim Ji-woo. And so the synopsis for this one is Son Hae-young hates losing out on anything. And when she discovers just how many benefits married people get at her company, that single people do not, she decides to do something about it. Ultimately, she convinces Kim Ji-woo, her local convenience store clerk, to be her fake groom. Unexpected situations arise and the two end up having to keep up the facade of their fake marriage. And then lastly, the 8th drama I'm going to talk about is Dr. Slump, and this can be found on Netflix. The 3 tropes for this one are enemies to lovers, mystery, and academic rivals. And we have Park Hyung-sik, who plays Yo Jong-woo, and we have Park Shin-hye, who plays Nam Han-ul. And the synopsis for this one is Nam Han-ul and Yo Jong-woo were academic rivals in high school, and then they went their separate ways after their graduation. After they both experienced their own tragedies that impact their lives, Yo Jong-woo ends up living in the small rooftop apartment on top of Han-ul's home. Forced together, these enemies become unlikely friends as they slowly start to heal from their separate traumas and ultimately find love. So those are my 8 favorite K-dramas as a romance reader. A lot of them involve time travel, and I think that's kind of just been a popular theme with dramas. I tried to also do a little bit of a variety, so some have like mystery aspects to them and some are just kind of more focused on the love story. But they're all really good. If you want to watch any of these, or if you haven't watched any of these, I really recommend them. And if you have watched any of them, please comment below and tell me which one's your favorite. So that wraps up my video. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, give it a like and subscribe. I post a lot of lifestyle content and then hopefully more K-drama or romance book recommendations in the future. Bye!